Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today's Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Just been through a week of some colder than usual weather, followed by a week of normal than usual weather. In the cold week, we had a low of 16, and another night we had a low that was around 19. And then for the past week, we've had temps around in the 70s during the day and only getting down into the 60s at night. So a big fluctuation in weather temps. We're only about 7 weeks from first day of spring, and we're hoping we might even get an early spring this year. We're about 9 weeks from our average last frost date, so we're going to have to get our peppers started pretty soon, and it won't be long after that we'll get tomatoes and other things started. But anyway, right now we're looking at the loquat tree, and as you can see, it's still looking pretty good after all that cold weather. And it's got a couple of blemishes on some leaves that I think it probably came from the cold, but it don't look like it's harmed too much. But I was actually took a little road trip yesterday, and uh, about 2 hours south of me, and went to Mckenzie Farms. Anybody who's into fruit trees, you might know of Stan Mckenzie at Mckenzie Farms. But anyway, we went down there, and he's got a loquat tree. It's huge. It's probably, I don't know, 10, 12 feet tall at least, and nice and healthy. And as we were talking to him, he said his temps last week were 17 degrees was his lowest, but that loquat tree had been through much lower temps than that there. Matter of fact, he grows citrus trees in South Carolina, and he's actually got a grove of trees planted in the ground. Some of them have survived the 8-degree temps, and they're the ones he's got outside. So here we are at my little stone fruit orchard. Everything still dormant, not really much to see here. But anyway, let's continue on. We're gonna walk around back, talking about Mckenzie Farms, what we saw there yesterday. But so on his in-ground trees, he's got satsumas that he's got frost bags over some of them, but other than that, he's not really doing anything to protect them, and they're surviving just fine. He mentioned he had a few killed off when he had an 8-degree freeze, but some of them survived, and he's replanted, and everything's looking good in his little orange grove. Then he's got a little building built with other orange trees planted in the ground, and the only thing he's using to heat in that building mainly is a barrel of water with a fan, and he's got a little tiny space here he said he used when it got real cold. But he's actually using less to heat his little greenhouse he's built, and his greenhouse is at least 10 times the size of mine, and he's got all these trees planted in the ground in there. So that's the goal we have for ourselves someday. As you can see, we got a lot of trees packed in here. And so right here in front of me is what we got when we went to Mckenzie Farms. There on the left, those two are PIneapple Guavas. And I'm going to be planting those in the ground, and they actually should survive without any protection right here in my zone and climate. Now here next to them is two 1-gallon trees. The one on the left is a brown Select Satsuma, and the one on the right is the 10-degree Tangerine. And I have never eaten one, but they say it tastes like you're eating lemonade when you eat one. So I'm looking forward to getting that planted, and those are both going to end up being planted in the ground along with my avocado trees, which are stuck back in there. And we're going to see if we can make some stuff work around here that ain't really supposed to work, and maybe add some water barrels near them and things like that to help keep them alive. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do here. Probably here in the spring, we're going to start planting some of this stuff. Here's our little raised bed. As you can see, We got a lot of spinach starting to come up, and some lettuces are coming up, and then there in the back, those are sugar snap peas coming up. This bed is kind of all scattered about because right here and right here, a mole decided he wanted to come up into the bed and check things out. So that got things a bit stirred up in there. And then over here, these are the onions, and those green Lisbon bunching onions is when I moved them, they survived that no problem. And if you look down here, the little onion sets I planted, well, that was the first one that started showing some signs that we knew it was going to grow for us. But there's several others in here. Some of them don't look like they're going to make it, but so that one right there looks like it's going to grow. There's another one. There's a couple more back there. This one right here. This one. So all these, what I'm calling onion sets, is where I had started onions from seed last year and didn't get them all planted, and then I just pulled these out of the little seed starting trays and saved them in a cup, and then turned around and planted them here a few weeks back, and looks like we're going to get some onions out of them. Before I end the video, let's just take a quick look in the greenhouse from this side. As you can see, the Rio red grapefruit has started. The blossoms are opening. I've seen several bees in here over the past week, so hopefully they've done some good pollinating for us. I can see little tiny grapefruit trying to form right there. Who knows if it'll drop or hang on? We'll just have to wait and see. Right here is the Trovita orange, and those yellow older leaves. Those are the older leaves, but the newer growth seems to be green on it. And when I was looking closer, I noticed, hopefully it'll focus, right there looks like we're going to get a blossom soon. Seems to be several of those all around the tree, so maybe we'll get us a Trovita orange this year. That'd be great. We've been growing that one since I think it was May of 2022. We got it in the mail. It was actually a 1 gallon sleeve, about like that brown Select and the 10 Degree Tangerine I just showed you when I got it. So we didn't actually even talk about what Mr. Mckenzie charged me for those trees. Them PIneapple Guavas was only $20 each. I thought that was a great price. And then the 1 gallon trees, those were only $25 each. And if you go to ordering trees online, that's what you get, a 1 gallon tree usually, and they're gonna be at least twice that much. So I was super happy with the deal we got, and Mr. Mckenzie was very friendly, gave us a little tour of his farm, and he even told us of a good place to eat lunch. It was called a Schoolhouse Barbecue. We went there and ate after we left his place, and that was really good as well. So any of y'all are anywhere near Scranton, within driving distance from Scranton, South Carolina, I would recommend you go visit Mckenzie Farms and get you some citrus trees, and while you're there, have you a good lunch. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end the video right here. Like, subscribe, and share, and enjoy your day.